I was always a loner, or what I call like a survivor. Never met my dad, don't know who he is. I was raised by my grandparents. My dad was black and my mom's white. So I was a quote-unquote half-breed, biracial baby born out of wedlock in the 70s in a racist northern Indiana town. My grandpa and I didn't get along well. When I was 10 years old, we went to court because we were wards of the court, and they threw the case out, said, I have a half-sister, and they said, we're going to let you keep Ben and my sister Becky, but if you ever get too old to where you feel like that you can't take care of them, just give us a call and we'll come pick them up. Well, my grandpa started using that against me, and when I would get in trouble or he'd get mad at me, he'd just pick up the phone and pretend to be dialing, and I'd start crying, run to Grandma, and she'd be like, you know, he's not going to do that, and she'd get mad at Grandpa. And one night we got into a big fight, and I actually went and found my grandma. She was at the nursing home taking care of her mom, and I just said, I'm coming to say goodbye because I'm gone. My bag was packed on my moped, and I honestly thought at 13 that I could leave home, live on my own, go to school on my moped, and everything would be fine. I didn't realize till I was a paramedic that that's illegal to run away, and they'll pick you up, throw you to juvie, and your life is messed up. But I just learned at an early age that, you know, I'm big in my size, able to work, and I did work, made money, and I just started making my own decisions. I had a lot of issues growing up, but I didn't have time to worry about it. Survival is contrary to emotion, and that's what I grew up dealing with. You know, I had a lot of anger and a lot of emotion, but I learned to stuff that, and I learned to stuff it really well, because emotion does not promote surviving or making it. I'm not saying that I survived well or you know, have lived well, but I'm still, you know, I'm not in jail, I'm not a bum on the street. Those were always my two goals. So I always pushed, you know, tried to get the education, to get the job, to make money. That's always been my, the thing I've been chasing after. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't make my house payment, make my car payment, whatever. It makes me a great paramedic. Makes me a really bad husband and father. You know, I walk through the door, I can take your crisis situation and I can fix it to the best of my ability. And I'm really good at doing that, and I love doing that. And I can turn off my emotions and suppress those situations that other people, you know, their chaos that they can't handle, I can tune it out. But then trying to go home and not tune out my kids or my wife has been something that I've, you know, been developing and learning my whole adult life. And I am a workaholic. I still average probably 60 hours of EMS a week and another 10 or 20 hours of computer work a week, every week. I didn't have time for really anything. Christian friends, which I've struggled to find as an adult. Outreach, you know, whether locally or out of town, was really hard because I was always working, and if I wasn't working, I was sleeping. It's only been in the last 3 to 4 years that I've realized that, yeah, the money needs to come in, but in the end, it's not as worth it as it used to be. It killed almost 300,000 people in Haiti. You have people that are displaced, they're living in tents. Their whole infrastructure, which wasn't good to begin with, now was totally broken down. I can't swing a hammer to save my life. I can't build anything except computers and people. There's the only two things I can fix. Everything just fell into place, and I was able to go, and it was just amazing. Being able to see that in my own life, how God just started working on me when I was in Haiti. I have a lot of reliance on God, but yet He's given me a lot of skill and a lot of experience, and I've been able to use that. Over there, I'm starting an IV on somebody that's unconscious, literally minutes from dying. And because they have no blood pressure and they've vomited and diarrhea, their whole blood volume out basically, they have no veins. And I'm literally praying with every IV that I stuck on these people, Lord, please help me get this IV. You know, you have a 6-month-old baby that with its very last breath is trying to cry and scream and move. And you're like, you have 1, maybe 2 sticks. You're like, God, please, I gotta get this. Please help me get this. And every single step that you take, you're literally relying on God for that very day. I could walk out the door and be attacked, be assaulted, be shot, be killed, get cholera myself, And you're literally trusting God that He's going to get you back home with every breath. The Haitian people are amazing. Their strength, their endurance, their love. These people have such a patriotism and a love for their country. And over half the population is 18 years old or under. And so there's so much potential there. We are all one step away from eternity, and don't let anybody tell you different. Banking on your body or your health or your status or situation, you're really rolling the dice. The stability and the support is banking it on God. Doesn't mean it's going to all go good, but that's the thing that's never going to change and never going to move. And when it's all over, so what? If you banked it on God, when it's all over, you know that there's a future. And being a paramedic has helped me realize that. It's out of my control, and God is in control. I'm very self-sufficient here. I've always had to be, but yet I've always needed God too, because I had nothing else but God. You know, there's a couple times I've tried to find my dad, and I hit a roadblock every time, and I've literally had to just say, well, God, you know, it is up to you. I don't know why, in spite of my best efforts, you know, against it, God just continues to just take care of me, and I'm very thankful.